Alrighty then. I would have started this sooner, but I was just busy. Let's take a look. So it's offline. Oh, jeez. Let's take a look. As soon as I can establish that it's working, I can get going. Sounds like it's working. Hopefully the music's loud enough to hear. There we go. Get the I can get the chat feed set up in case anyone drops by, starts chatting. They do sometimes. I think I'm just gonna get right to work. There's a few Dominion creatures that I haven't yet created. What if the little Steam trading is gonna appear on the bottom? Probably. Screen capture. Yep. I don't know. I get those occasionally. I don't know what they're from. Anyways, wave 5, which I still have to do, but I want to make a pyroraptor. And in case you hadn't noticed, this looks an awful lot like a pyroraptor already. Hello, Ultimate AJ. So if I just fix these hands, I can literally just change these hands and I could just recolor it and call it a pyroraptor because it is so similar in terms of like design to the bricks. I think this will really work. I mean, look at it. It's even got like the tuft of the hair coming out the back. It's perfect. Actually, before I do this, let's open up a new window that I can then go to and search the pyroraptor. Yeah, let's get some Dominion pyroraptor references so I can get the colors right. I know it's mostly red, but I want to see it because I know it's like gray and red. That one was a little extreme. I don't think it's that blue. I think that's a more fair look at it. It's like blue tipped wings. Yeah. All right, let's get to work. Are the scales gray? Yes. So the scales are gray. If we just color this thing, most of there's like a dark gray. You get some nice dark red and color the wingtips like blue. I guess like the legs. We need to remove the feathers of the legs, don't we? Yeah. Instead, it's like small changes, but that's all we need. I like these little like vent designs for feathers. I don't know. I think it looks nice. Okay, so if we get blue, like a earth darker blue, we could just paint that and this. There we go. The rest of it can be like dark red. Yeah, it's my old Troodon model. I'm just recoloring it to be a pyroraptor because it looks really similar. It works perfectly. It really does. Hey, what's up, Brick Tricks? Brick Trick? I don't know if it's plural or not. I'm not happy with that. It's all like one color. Can we get like... Maybe we should get like a little dark, like a little blue in there somewhere. There. I think I'm gonna add some regular red for some places. Make it like pop a little. I think that works. I don't know, I think I used too much. I think I should only use a couple bits. I think that looks good for a pyroraptor. It's simple, and it's also accurately sized because it's like supposed to be smaller than the rest of them. So I just can put this down as an extra. Save it in my extras category for bite-sized builds alongside the Dilophosaurus. Well, that's another tiny, pretty much bite-sized build I can add to the list. That was easy. I kind of expected that, though. I'm just like taking one last look at it, because I'm gonna move on to some bigger stuff. Yeah. Actually, one thing I should do. How big is it compared to like? Let's save this. Open. No. Open. I have the Dominion Atrociraptors. I want to see how big he is compared to him, because he should be like a decent, like not too much smaller, but he should be smaller than them. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Look at that. He's perfect. Right there. It's just slightly smaller than them. I love it when the bite-sized builds are accurately sized. like the Monolophosaurus. That was like I don't know. It's nice when the bite-sized build's double with both bite-sized build and an actual accurately sized version of the dinosaur. All right, now that we got the easy stuff out of the way, it's time for some bigger stuff. Biggest time I looked at these. I mean, in general, we got an idea. I mean, I have not only the Quetzalcoatlus I bought from like the actual toy line, I have the Quetzalcoatlus Lego. I have these images right here. If I can't get a good general sense as to what this thing looks like from all this, then I'm blind. It's very clearly like mostly like white and gray. It's got like a nice blue crest. It must have got, yeah. I'm just trying to take in some reference images before I get this going. Okay. The one thing I'm really curious, how big should I make the legs? I'll figure it out. Alright. Now, I want to start with the legs. So for the first step, I want to grab one of these with the feet, attach it to one of these, boom. Alright, I'm going to need to quickly kind of get a scale as to what I'm working with here, because the Quetzalcoatlus is huge. I always love these people are like, oh my goodness, it's slightly larger than the real world animal. So, like, animals in real life have a lot of variation in size. Would it not be smart for the people making these creatures to make them as big as they possibly could be? Like, doesn't that just make logical sense? That's something that's always annoyed me about people who complain about realism. So sometimes their complaints come around to being just as inaccurate as what they're complaining about. Like, it's kind of funny sometimes, like, oh, it's so inaccurate because it's so much bigger, and it's like slightly larger. Like, within reasonable estimates, you could say a Quetzalcoatlus that big could probably exist, but they're like, no, we don't have any fossils of it, so it's literally impossible. It's pretty much the argument they're going with. I don't know. It's silly. It's really dumb. That's what it is. I don't know. I used to be a part of the whole, like, community that demanded realism at all times. And then I actually, like, took a step back and realized just how annoying, like, everything that they were saying was, and how, like, grating their comments were, and how just generally they were the worst part of the community. And so I left it, and I haven't looked back at all. Because it was just, like, it took me a little bit to realize it, but it's just, that realism before anything community is incredibly toxic. Call of Duty lobby level toxic. It is just a horrible place to be. And I genuinely don't know why anybody would ever want to be a part of those communities. They're just terrible. Because they're the kind of people that can't ever enjoy it. It's just like, you can't just sit down and enjoy a movie because it's a fun movie. No, sorry, the Quetzalcoatlus is a little too large. So the entire movie has to be thrown out the window. I'm just remembering all the times I was, you know, I was one of those people, and I don't look back on them fondly. Those legs look big enough, or should I make them smaller? No, Quetzalcoatlus leg, like, generally Asdarkid leg proportions are weird, so I'm not sure how I should do this. I think I'm gonna have to build this thing from like a standing pose on the ground because I want it to be able to walk. I want to have a Quetzalcoatlus that can walk on the ground, which is a tall order. Yeah, I know, it's really dumb. I really don't like those people. And again, I used to be part of them. I used to be one of them. I used to be a part of those weirdos. And then I just like I said, I just took a step back. And I looked at it and I realized it's a science fiction series where people resurrect ancient species from the dead using fossilized tree amber. Complaining about realism is like complaining that there isn't enough depiction of actual, like, how gravity works in the Godzilla franchise. Like, no duh. Of course there's not gonna be of course they're not gonna follow the laws of physics. It defies the movie's, like, concept entirely. The whole point of Jurassic Park is that these animals have been resurrected and had their, like, genes filled in with random bits and pieces from all different things. Yeah, fiction. Science fiction. I've said that so much, like that's pretty much my main argument whenever those people are like, but it's unrealistic. Listen, you hear the word science fiction and all you hear is science. You're missing out on the word fiction. Understand that means fake. It's not real. But they just don't get it. It's impossible. They can't understand. It's honestly pretty sad sometimes to watch. It's like, how could you live your life like this, man? I don't know. Those people just baffle me. I was only a part of them when I was, like, younger. When I thought being smart meant everything. When I thought that, but I realized it wasn't being smart. It was like a lens of pseudo intellectualism where you try to look smart, but you don't actually have anything under the hood. It's all like hollow in there. Also, when I stopped caring what others think, that was a big step. I don't know, just fun to talk about sometimes. Is, you know, your mistakes of the past, like being a part of the people that complain about the lack of realism in Jurassic Park. Just those aren't times you look back fondly. There aren't a lot of things in my life I regret. I mostly think I've done most. You know, I think I've done most things pretty all right. If there's one thing I do regret, it's that time in my life. Now I just enjoy the ride. I just sit back and go, hey, there's dinosaurs eating people. It's a fun time. Yeah, I always go for size accurate. So we're going for big boy. Of course, the body's gonna be tiny because Quetzalcoatlus is small bodies. For me, the key is always as much articulation as I can put in, which often is very tricky to get right, but I think it's worth it in the end. I've made a lot of really well-articulated models that I'm really happy with. I also like creating this depth illusion right here. It looks nice. I saw yours too. It also has a sort of effect and it looks nice. So I like to put it in as much as I can. Get a drink of water. Like a nice muscly chest, because Quetzalcoatlus were pretty jacked. Most pterosaurs were. You had to be strong to be able to get that, you know, to get those flight wings to work. Is that too big? That's just right. So if you grab those, turn them around, flip them up. It's nice to get just to be able to relax. I've had a crazy few days, so just wanted some time to build some Lego. Even if it's not physical, I really wanted to get those pieces for my Mosasaur in, but you know, it takes a lot to package like 500 pieces, so I'm not gonna get on their case to go and get my Mosasaur out faster. I think I'm gonna have to put, is it one of these down here. There we go. That should help keep it like balanced a little bit, or like not keep it falling apart. I'm liking that already. I think it's already coming together a little bit. Trying to figure out the best place to attach things. Like I'm gonna need the ball joint or ball socket joint to be able to get the wings to work properly. That's for sure. I'm trying to figure out how to do it exactly. Where do I attach it? How do I do it? What if I get like the bigger ball? Like, yeah, like one of the bigger ones, maybe. Just to help give it some extra strength to walk on the ground. It would make it really difficult to find a place to attach the front of it. Actually, I could think of a solution. That'll work. Haha! Found it. A nice solution to my problem. Yes, this will do nicely. Right from the top. There we go. Oh, should I? That's just like a tiny tail. Wondering how I should attach that. Perhaps not like that, but like this. They don't have very long tails, but they should still have like a little thing sticking out the back. That'll work. This is like a better triangular, like elongated shape. I don't think so, though. Nah. I love moments like this. Being able to sit down and build is nice. No distractions. I don't know why I'm choosing these pieces. I just think I just want some like more depth to the body, make it look a little more weird. And then for the neck, I think I'm going to include a little bump here, just to make it look a little better. Perhaps like one of those to stick out a little bit. I don't know. I'm just throwing out random stuff to see what works. Now I need to create a wing that can fold down, and then another part to fold because I want, like I said, I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to stand it up. So, start with one of these. Rotate this, because I don't want it like that. I want it more like this. I want it more at an angle, like forward. I think that'll look better. Just imagine how big this thing is going to be. It's going to be awesome. Now, how big should I make the wings? Like, how long? Maybe 6 blocks or something? Let's take a look down here. We take something like this, stick it on like that, so that way if I fold the wing like up, I can then rotate it back whenever I need to. Yeah. Oh, see ya, Brick Tricks. This is going to be a long building process. Why is everything floating? What? That's weird. But I do think this worked out pretty nice. Like the general shaping, if I could just get this floor to cooperate with us. Instead of hovering like a few feet off the ground. Oh, it's doing that because of the hitbox of the triangular piece. That's so weird. Come on, really? Whatever. Quetzalcoatlus is hovering. He's acquired some alien technology. Oh good, it's an awkward count. Fun. Trying to think of how to do these wings in a way that makes sense. Like, I can do the folded down, but how do we get them to like unfold? I'm examining for options here. So we can get like right in the middle here, like on the studs in the center. I don't think he's gonna let me. Maybe if I just did a regular old connection point like this. No, that does not work. Connection like that's a little long. Solutions. Trying to figure this out. There's gotta be a solution here. Trying to find a certain brick. I don't have to do. Okay. Hmm. There we go. The underwing should be a little bit supported here. Does look kind of awkward, but at the end of the day, Lego Quetzalcoatlus is going to be awkward looking no matter what you do, so. He's crying over spilled milk. Hello, Gabe. Hmm. Just trying to get the wings right is gonna drive me crazy. It's all fun and games now until I'm stuck like in 20 minutes from now trying to get the wings perfect. That is a big wing. Those like corners, triangle pieces I've seen before. I'll just have to remember to put one of those in there later. This. All right. All you do is fold this back over. See how far it goes. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I'm happy with that. I think that looks pretty good. Those fold real nice. Very nice. Put a few of these pieces in here just to try to keep the stability a little bit. I think that's good enough. This thing is not going to look good in this thing. This is a very posable model with a lot of weird angles. In LLD or an LDD, it's going to look so awkward. Like, I'm just going to acknowledge that now. It is not going to look good here. It's going to look so much better if I built it in real life, just because I'll be able to put it at whatever angle I need to. Like, these wings should be slightly pushed outwards, if I'm being honest. Like, this way. That already looks better. Yeah, you need doing slightly pushed outwards for this to work properly. The legs need to be readjusted a little bit. and also the fact that the floor can't come up any higher because the hitbox of the triangle pieces is stopping it. There are a great many problems right now with this thing that there was no way to solve. Connect the head. We'll do this. Now the attachment for the head is ready. We should copy over the wing design, which is easier said than done, because it's really weird. Okay, we're gonna be at this for a little bit while I try to copy the wing design. No, stop it. Busy building Lego. Lego, my Lego. That, copy that over. Yeah, I mean, I think it's coming along nicely. I think it looks really good. It's just that in LLD here, it's I'm not gonna be able to pose it like I would want it to look, like IRL. I think it's gonna look a lot better if I get my hands on it in real life. Because I'll be able to get all like the weird specific angles like gravity would need me to adjust properly. But gravity doesn't exist in LLD, so we don't have to worry about it. Look at this. It's beautiful. Okay. Let's just keep going. How did I do the bottom again? Like an inverse of the top one, okay. So one of these down here. I like that I'm gonna be able to get this thing to walk on the ground as well as fly. I think that's gonna be a neat feature. Maybe a little hole in its wing, like a little crevice, but I think that's worth it for this little effect we got going on here. I just like the fact that I can walk on the ground. I don't want this, I mean, if you know anything about Astarkid pterosaurs, they actively hunted things on the ground. So I didn't want this guy to be stuck in the air when, you know, their family tree is famous for actually attacking dinosaurs. Hunting them down. You gotta show some proper respect. These Asdarkids. Takes a lot of gusto to hunt down a dinosaur with nothing but your bare hands by punching it to death. Which is exactly what they did, if you don't know. It's a neat fact. They used their big arms. Actually, ooh, wait a minute, arms. Ooh. I know what I could include. Hold up. I get some of these. Put them on the ends here. I could grab. I could give him like little claws. Like he's got like extra like toes. Or like hands and fingers like he does in the movie. Oh, that's okay. I really like that. He's got like little arms. Yes, genius. And why didn't I see that before? That's fantastic. Whoop. There are no limits. There are no limits to my insanity. Try to copy over this. Go. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna have to copy the design over. What fun. The wing that is currently turned up. I should not have turned that up because it's gonna make it so much harder to figure out what the design was. Damn it. I think it's like this. And like this. Ba-ba. Up top. You know, sometimes I really wish that the copyright issue wasn't a thing. And I would play some of my favorite songs over all this stuff, but I can't do that. Just gotta play this sort of... It's not like it's bad, it's just... I yearn for my actual music. Stuff I listen to on the way to work every day. Yeah, because you can see there's gonna be like a little break in the wings whenever he's flying, but I feel like for the to be able to walk on the ground like this, it's a small trade-off to have this like small triangular break. I think it's fine. I'm sure some people won't agree, but I don't know. I think it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make here. Why not just make this like a 4? That's a weird decision. Very nice. Very nice. Look at this beautiful bird. And then we just fold up these wings. As far as they'll go. Rotate this out a little bit. That's not even that much. Trying to mirror the other side. That looks good. Man, I'm absolutely loving the way this looks. I was really worried. Pterosaurs are like such unique looking animals. I was like, oh, am I gonna be able to get this right? But I'm nailing this. Look at this big boy. All we got left is the crane-like neck and humongous head. Yes, very nice. Okay, now how do I want to do the neck and head of this thing? Pterosaurus has some really wonky looking necks. I like giraffes. How am I gonna do this? That's certainly one way to do it. Let's try this. My thoughts on what? That's not a finished statement. Is it gonna be too thick? Maybe. We'll see. I'm just gonna build up from here and see how it looks. And I'm thinking. I think it looks better right there. Sort of skinnier front end, or I guess under like throat area. I think that looks significantly better than I had it before. If I just copy the design, get one more, it's really going to be huge. I love it. I love it when I get big prehistoric animals, like, just as big as they should be. That sounds kind of weird, but when you're working with Legos, nothing's a guarantee. Actually, I think I'm going to shrink this slightly. Yeah, it's gonna have to be shrunk just because of the attachment point change. Okay, so if we do that, copy this down here real quick. Do that. This. Ah, yes. Very nice. There it is. Second piece of the neck. Now then we just crane that down a bit. It's gonna look a little awkward, but that's kind of a given. Heck, I'm not even sure that's gonna be enough to hold it. I mean, the head of a Quetzalcoatlus is huge. There's some big, meaty jaws. How do I design the head of a Quetzalcoatlus? Oh. Quetzalcoatlus, gosh. Crap, I'm not... My head hurts trying to figure this out. Perhaps I should have just divided up the neck into smaller chunks. Because I just don't like this two-joint look I've got now. Just looking at it, it's like, not really. I'll delete the neck and start again. I just don't like the way it turned out. It's not terrible, I just think I could do better. And then from there, we choose one of these, something to go on the bottom of the neck. And there's one piece, and we can. That's why I just want more joints in the neck, so it doesn't look so awkward. Very nice. Okay, so with these smaller, more bite-sized chunks of neck, I think it's gonna look a little better. I'm not sure how well it will support itself, but that's fine. That's a problem for future me to figure out. No. As I've said before, and I'll say again, it's not perfect, but then again, nothing with Lego ever is, so... You learn to take the victories you can, and leave the failures behind. Keep moving forward, or else you're never going to get anything done. It's a good way to build. 'Cause all a constant battle with perfection gives you is failure. Thanks, Dinosaurus. I feel like that's long enough, isn't it? Like, yeah. Might be worth a few extra points longer, but we can do that with just like one of these. There we go. Look at that. She's beautiful. Now, here comes the fun part. I was trying to wonder how I was going to do this, but now I've realized how simple it is. So, if we just grab a bunch of these and lay them down, and create like a heavy jaw area that leads into a nice, slim rest of the head. It's getting a long piece, though. Whew. That looks kind of awkward, though, Dud. It was his mouth. Does it, though? Kinda, yeah. And even looks awkward over there, too. Try moving this back a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. That will definitely work. It's too far away. Come back here. I'm trying to get you under the chin to see if it'll still function. So I hate that gap right there. It looks really annoying. Oh yeah, that's just fine. Yeah. And then we just kind of need like... The rest of it can be mostly flat. I feel like the tip is like the big portion where like beak is really going down. The back of the head, we can have one of these. This head is so weird. Gosh darn it, Quetzalcoatlus. Why you gotta be so unique looking and strange? Why you gotta be so cool and make this so difficult? Nah, it ain't gonna work. I just want to see if that would work better. How do I do the eye? Do I just take a block, maybe? Because I think I could fit one of these. Like, how far back is the eyeball in a Quetzalcoatlus skull? It's like really far back there, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. It's like all the way in the back, so we're gonna put it all the way in the back too. Boom. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this big bird. You put one block here. Actually, you should put. Maybe, hold up. I want to create a start of the crest. So I could probably actually use one of these instead. The same goes for the other side, too. So if we just grab a 3, another 3, and then, like, cover this up, grab one of these. Actually, we delete 2 of these because I want to be able to that, this, 3. So those pieces all connect nice and snug. How do I do the crest? It's got like a slight forward lean to it. So first I'm gonna go with the whole block. A nice big crest. And then we'll grab one of these and have it like lean forward, sort of. Like that. That looks good, I think. Although I think this could use a little work down here. Perhaps if we just put like one of these. That's too high up. Let's try just making these all out of like flat pieces. Like if we just use one of those. You grab a nice like 6 plate. I'm not sure if this is any better, but I'm trying to improve it. Trying to debate internally if that looks any better whatsoever. I don't know, I kind of like the new look a little tad bit better. There's more of a gradual lean to it. Unfortunately, I can't like do like an actual... There's no like really long triangle piece that I could use for the front of the face. Yeah, I personally think it looks better like this. I'm just gonna stick with it. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I think this is the best. Okay, now that we finished it, let's color this thing in. It's like mostly like a whitish color. It's got yellow on the beak, blue on the crest. Let's get the crest done. I'm gonna color dark blue at the base, I think. And then like lighter blue when we get to the top. With a splash of dark in there. Yeah. It's got the yellow beak. Mostly yellow. It's like a little bit of bleed in at the back. It's like a grayish color that comes up at the back of the beak. Sort of like that. Yeah, I think I actually nailed that pretty well. But there was like a little tinge of yellow at the back as well, so I'm gonna put that back there too. And then we'll start coloring the rest like a light gray brown color. Not white, because I don't think it's actually white. I think it's like a lightish, really, really, really light gray. And I stick to my guns on that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people have been arguing with me, especially like with the Giga, the way I colored it gray. Like, oh no, it's not gray. It's green and black. And I guess some people never learn that people see colors differently. So I don't know. So if you disagree with them, just understand that, you know, everyone's eyes work a little different. No one's eyes are exactly the same, so we all see colors slightly differently. And I see more of a light gray than I do a pure white, so I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, there's some comments on my Giga video. It's honestly a little bit annoying. Sometimes people just barge in and say you're wrong. It's like, it's not constructive, dude. Like, give me something I can actually work with. Give me some constructive criticism. Just barging in and saying the color is wrong while offering no, like, actual evidence to support your claim. It's not exactly very helpful. I like constructive criticism. That's helped me improve. That's helped me improve a lot. But people like that, then they are not helpful. They're just annoying. They just get in the way. So I'm trying to do more important things. They do annoy me enough to think about them at moments like this, but still. I'm happy with the way my Giga turned out. No one's going to change that. No amount of whining can change the fact that I love the way the Giga came out. That with my new legs, it'll look even better. Color in some extra details after I get most of the body painted here. This nice light gray color. Oh, she's a beaut, isn't she? Look at this beautiful bird. There's that. The wings look really small now. Although I guess, yeah, to be fair, Quetzalcoatlus's wings weren't very big in comparison to the rest of its body, so I think I actually did an excellent job. I think I did an excellent job of capturing what a Quetzalcoatlus actually looks like. A very weirdly proportioned animal that somehow manages powered flight. That's what's so cool about them. They're such strange oddities of nature. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I spread them out, they would look fine, but even then, like, if you look at, like, how the tips come up to, like, even the tips, like, if you look at, where was it? This image. We can see the tips of the wings don't actually come up all that high on this. And the Quetzalcoatlus from Jurassic Dominion, it's a really accurate design. You can see it doesn't even come up that high. So, yeah, I'd say this is a fair design. It looks a little funky, and it could probably do with some dark stripes, like going along the back or something. Like just some color definition and like just like the feathers a little bit. Not the feathers, but the pycno fibers. It's not super necessary, but I think it'll look better if I just add some extra color in here. Some like dark grays to help bring out the lighter, more white grays. Really, if we just color the membrane, it should look fine. I wonder if gray is the right color, though. Yeah, I mean a gray, a tan, that's what it looks like in most of the images and the toys I have here. It's like the light comes through, it looks orange because that's sunlight, but if you look at them like that, it looks like a tannish sort of grayish color. Oop, wrong one. I think that looks fine. I think that looks good as far as a Quetzalcoatlus made out of entirely out of bricks could look. Let's see, where's my Giga? My old Giga. I didn't save my new one, so I have to use the old one. Oh, is that the new Rex? No, it's the old Rex, but that's fine. Nice size comparison. Woo! He is a lot bigger than I thought he was. Okay, that's good. We have a nice, actually big Quetzalcoatlus. Look at the size of this beast. He's a giant. How big is he compared to the Therizinosaurus? Oh, look out, Therizinosaurus. There's a new tall boy in town. Very nice, very nice. I'm honestly surprised. Hopefully I'm spelling Quetzalcoatlus right, and if I am, I'm really impressed that I can remember how to spell that. That's a complicated word. Very nice. Okay, the Quetzalcoatlus. We have our little pyroraptor down here, who's absolutely tiny in comparison to this giant beast. Who else do we make today? What other dinosaur from Dominion can I make? Questions. We made the Giga, Therizinosaurus, the Lystrosaurus, Atrociraptors, Pyroraptors, Quetzalcoatlus, Dimetrodon. But yeah, we already made the Atrociraptor pack. I'm trying to think of like a Dominion creature that I have not made yet. I'm trying to think of those. Let's see, where are the Atrociraptors? There they are. Little brick-built Atrociraptors. Got the whole squad here. I don't know their names. There's like Ghost, Tiger, Panthera, and the fourth one that I can never remember for the life of me. Phantom? Is that it? Maybe. Ankylosaurus. That's an excellent point. I'm just trying to think of dinosaurs to make. Actually, do I have an Ankylosaurus in here? We'll be at the top. Allosaurus. Yeah, no, it's not here. This is my old, accurately sized Allosaurus, isn't it? Yep. It's not much to look at. Parasaurolophus. That one would be a challenge. I've tried those before and they did not turn out well. I think I will be willing to give the Ankylosaurus a shot. Ankylosaurus ain't that big, is he? I'll start with Enki. I'm gonna see how we can do this. So let's get out of human, because we always want to work from the base of knowing how big a minifigure is to get our dinosaurs right. can slightly exaggerate the size, because it's supposed to be a Jurassic Park Ankylosaurus. Okay. So, this might be a challenge, but you know what? I can appreciate that. A challenge is better than being stuck with nothing to do for the rest of the night. What time is it? 6? I still got an hour and 30 until I need to pick up my brother from work, so let's just get to work. Wonder how big I should make the head. I'm trying to think, how can I do those spikes on the side of the head? Got one of those. Just stick one of these at the front. Maybe that would work. Probably not. Actually, it might. The spikes are on the head. Get those and that. With that. If I color it in, it should be obvious as to what it's supposed to look like. And of course, right now there's no attachment point for the actual, like, rest of the body, which is, which might be a small issue. If I just color in like an eye. It's fine, I attached to the bottom, so all I need to do is attach the longer piece down here, and boom, we have a body connection. The head can't really move, but I'm not going to worry about articulation on the head of an Ankylosaurus. That ain't exactly important. Ankylosaurus ain't exactly the type of dinosaur to really be spinning around all that much, no, is he? That could be looking around. You have pretty bad eyesight, so it doesn't matter anyways. Gosh, I'm really trying to puzzle this one as to how to make an Ankylosaurus look okay in Lego form, and it's not coming to me. I might have to postpone the project and think about it later, because I don't want to make a half-assed project. I'm just trying to like envision Ankylosaurus, and it's just not working right now. I've done the small ones, but I can't. You know, I'm just gonna say this is a Jurassic Ankylosaurus. I'm gonna come back to it later because I just can't think of anything. It's not coming to me. I've got, I don't know, brick block. I don't know. It's like writer's block. You can't write. Brick block. You can't build. Like, I want to go take a look. It's like I've done Stuff like this. Like, if I can do this, why can't I build a bigger one? I don't know, my brain's not just, I don't know. I feel like the smaller one's easier to build. It's bothering me. I really do want to build an Ankylosaurus, but I just can't think of a way to do it right now off the top of my head. Think. We already have the Indoraptor. That was a long time ago, the Indoraptor. My goodness. Instead of like when I got my first 1,000 subs. What an exciting time that was. Yeah. Not all that accurately sized, but minor things. Should I do a Parasaurolophus? Maybe I could try. I could try a Parasaurolophus, but I don't think it's going to be any easier. It's going to be the head. The head is going to be the challenge on a Parasaurolophus. I don't know if this looks any good either. Oh, no. Looks awkward. That's what it looks like. I don't think that helps. But look at I'll probably on an Ankylosaurus. You know what? I think it's just time I decided to say screw it. I don't know. I just can't do herbivores right now. I think I need to do another theropod. I want to get my new legs and try them out. These are some remodeled legs I've been working on. There's a certain dinosaur I feel like I need to make a new model for, so perhaps it's time I built these up and built big dinosaur. I don't think there's any use in playing coy about what I'm doing. I've had the same Spinosaurus up on my channel for so many years. I think it's time I just worked on a new one. These big legs are perfect for this. And I think they'd be even better if I made them longer. Because at this size, they'd be the same size as the T-Rex or the Giga I've made. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's increase it by like 1 block. Make it slightly bigger so that it stands taller than my Giga or my Rex. What's up with this dang thing? It just does not want to attach. Is it just not gonna cooperate with me at all right now? Oh, this is great. Come back here. I'm gonna have to derotate some of these fucking legs. Because they don't want to work at all in these current rotated positions. Seriously? Is that good enough for you, Your Majesty? There we go. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. That's perfect. There we go. Oh boy. Alright. So... Da, 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 da. Now let's see if this one will attach. Look, why is it didn't play nice over there, but now it's over, you know, whatever. Well, don't give Torso in the mouth. Where the heck does that saying even come from? There we go. Legs upgraded, sort of. Mechanic, these legs look a little awkward in their position only because I don't really have a good way of actively addressing the slight issue. These feet are not placed perfectly. It's just kind of how it is. It'd be a lot, like I said, a lot of these would be a lot easier to pose them in real life, but this is on LDD, which is not very friendly. This creature's mostly gray, so I'm gonna recolor the blue bricks and the Giga to a gray color. Just take a deep breath and try to think about this. thinking maybe I could use one of my old tricks to see if that would work. That's too close. Yeah, I think that's gonna work, but like one step up the rung. See if that works. Woohoo. Hey, I'm selecting multiple, you bastard. Stop it. I wonder if it's actually gonna look any good. We'll see. I'm testing some things out with the spine here. Oh boy, this is gonna be difficult. I'm not sure if that works. It looks a little strange. Hmm. Bring in the Giga. I want to see how high up it attached that spine. I think it just might be how low I've attached it. There was an entire block. Holy moly. I'm actually curious if I could literally just take this sort of side body from the Giga and attach it to here. This Giga side body really is nice. I think it did a nice job with it. Yep, it's gonna be a while, but you know, I can feel this one. Unlike the Ankylosaurus, I can actually picture it in my head, so I'm gonna stick with that for now. I'll come back to the Ankylosaurus on my own time. I just feel like that needs like a lot of work and concentrated brain power that will have me unable to like focus on a stream or anything. So I'm gonna stay away from the Ankylosaurus for now. I think it's a safer bet. Look at the Spino with those tiny arms. Spino, what are you doing? Get rid of those things. They're embarrassing. Sorry, Giga, but yeah, I don't think I was gonna argue. Your arms are pretty unimpressive. I guess I actually would be a lot of people to think that Giga has like humongous arms when he really doesn't. Giga's arms are not that big, unlike the common misconception. Seems to have people believing Giga's arms ain't that big. They just aren't. They're kind of small, kind of like Rex, just only a slightly bit bigger. Hello. That is not the right block. Do I have my Spinosaurus in here? I do not. Then I shall simply glance up at the shelf and see what it looks like. Yes, I see. Now I need to find out where that special little finger thing is that I use for them. Yeah, hi Rusty. Rusty Productions. It's clearly not in here. No. Maybe it's considered a skeleton part. Yes, it is. It's called Bad Robot Arm. I'm gonna stick the same fingers as I did on my first one on this next one, because I really, like I said, I really love the way that one turned out. Just like the hands. Now it looks like the spine is all messed up because it's like way too far back. I'm gonna have to really work on that spine. That spine is gonna be my biggest enemy in this build. It's gonna be my arch nemesis. I don't know if I'm gonna have it next. I think this Spino might be the final build of the night, just so I can maybe relax a little bit, some personal time before I have to go pick up my brother from work. Okay. These. Gosh darn it. Come on. Spine is looking really big now. That looks really square. It looks really awkward. Gosh darn it. Hmm. It's like there's no way to make that same gradual slope at a Lego, man. Not like in a really nice aesthetic way, at least. I mean, I could just do manual brick, like manual bricking up to it, but I don't know. Well, I'm gonna try that because there is no other option at this point. That ain't gonna work. haven't said like anything for the past 2 minutes. I'm just in the zone. I'm just building. Everything else just kind of drowns out. It's peaceful. That's why I do this so often. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get in terms of gradual slopes. I don't mind the exposed studs on top. Kind of makes like the bumps that are at the top of the sail. Yeah, like those little bumps on the top of the sail. I think that. Oop. I think it looks all right. All right. I need to actually modify this body a little bit just because it doesn't really seem to fit the Spinosaurus very well. Man, we are really gonna have to see. There was a lot that I might have to do with modifications. Spinosaurus has got some. He's got weird everything. This guy is gonna be a challenge. Actually, you know what? I could probably do the whole tail attachment thing right there. Yeah. I'm gonna... I don't know, man. I don't speak the language. I don't know what you're asking. I mean, we're just kind of like stitching it together from Giganotosaurus pieces, but it's not looking too bad. It's sort of Frankenstein's patchwork here. We get rid of those spikes. He doesn't have any spikes on his tail, no. Not like the Giga of this crocodile tail, ironically. I think we just mostly keep the detail of the tails and just slap some flat blocks on top. It'll look fine. Like this. Yeah, this will work. Of course, you might have to add more, like, to the bottom of the tail to, like, balance it out. What do you mean? What kinds of brick ideas? What the heck are you talking about? Brick ideas, Spino MOC? Look that up. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Just take a look. It's a strange way to do it, isn't it? Alright, look, there I am. Hello. I don't know. We'll have to see, because it looks like it's a little... I don't know. It looks a little too wide. It looks like it's a 2 block on the wide on the top. I'm just not sure I like that all that much. No, it's not bad. I just don't really like the 2 block on top type of thing. I'm just gonna speed ahead to try to get to the head building process with the neck and everything, because I just need to get a good picture of how this is gonna look entirely, so I can sort of space it out. Wait, wrong neck attachment. We need one of these, the zippers. It's fine. I think I'll just test some things out. I'll figure it out on my own. I did it before and I'll do it again. Spinosaurus tends to hold its head up pretty high, so we're gonna go up with it. So would a full block even fit down here? No. That'll have to do, I guess. Hmm. That's why I'm thinking a little bit thicker would be a good idea. I don't know. I'm gonna have to... Okay, now I need to focus on the head. How are we gonna do this? I'm thinking, just give me a sec. Hmm. I'm running ideas through my head to see if I can figure stuff out. What was this? Yeah, I don't like that look. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on something here. See if it works. I needed time to mull over some ideas in my head. And even then, it's still not perfect what I'm trying to think of. There's a lot of options. For how to build this head. Trying to figure out the right one is the tricky part. And that's a way to do it, I guess. That is 2. I'll just get to trying to make it the way I think I'm gonna at least get the eyes, maybe. Unlike the Giga, the T-Rex, I don't really have a ton of blocks to work with in terms of headspace. So I'm probably gonna have to go with these more like eyes like this. Just because I don't have, like, Giga has like 4 blocks. You can see we got like 4 brick space. He's a wide head. He's a big carnivore. But Spino, he's got the skinny jaws. I have to figure out some way to cram in the detail into a much thinner space. You know, at least if I like want to be happy with the way it turns out. If I did that, this is a very tricky situation. Crap. I go figure it's not long enough. Let's try moving this in. Let's see how that looks. I think it's got the length. I think we're good there. That looks a little fat, doesn't it? Let's try moving this down one. none of these really work. Damn. Plus, it's really wide. Like, holy moly. We'll see. We still have to cover up the teeth, so there's still some room. That doesn't look right. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna cover up the top of the gums. I think I'm just gonna have to leave it. Leave it exposed, showing off all the white bits of the teeth. I don't really like that though. I don't really have much I can do about it. What's up with that? Why is it all off center? Oh, this is just great, isn't it? What's up with this? If the rest of it lines up, why doesn't this part? This is weird. What the heck is going on? LTD, the rest of this lines up just fine. What? Why is it so weird? Give me a sec. I'm gonna work on something. I'm workshopping ideas. Yeah, I'm using Lego Digital Designer. I know that stud.io is pretty much superior at this point because Lego like stopped supporting this app, but I've gotten used to it, so I'm still using it. It's just the way it works. Look at that. There we go. Fixed it. This guy is just absolutely gargantuan. There we go. Got it. That's what it's all about. This is what I slog through each week for. Just nice sitting down, creating some new models. Chance to unwind, relax a little bit. It's gonna look a little awkward. It's got a really big bottom chin, but meh. Could be worse. Although maybe, no, I don't think it's gonna work. Hello. Much like my original, I think I'm going to include that little bottom tooth just because it looks nice. And honestly, the mouth hanging open a little bit isn't exactly world-ending in terms of details. Although I do think I'm going to delete this. I don't like the way that looks. honestly doesn't look that bad in comparison to the rest of the build. It's a bit weird how the tongue comes up so much, but there's really nothing I can do about that. Or actually, maybe there is. But delete that, delete that, delete that. Bring this down. Grab all those connected pieces, slam them down here, and bring in one of these. I think potential solution. It'll have to do for now. I can't really think of anything. What time is it? As much as I don't like this, I think I am gonna have to stop to get ready to go pick up my brother from work. Continue for a little bit, but I'm probably not gonna be able to finish this by the end of the night. And that's just the truth, unfortunately. Whoa, 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 what the hell was that? Alright, now it's time to connect all of this up in here. It's like after a long stretch I realize I've said nothing and it's like, but what do I say? I'm just really getting into this. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's supposed to be like making commentary, but I'm just really into the building right now. I guess it's a good sign that I'm doing my job right, at least in the building department. That when I'm building, I just zone out and the rest of the world ceases to exist. That works better, I think. Oh, you little bastard. I almost had everything selected. That's not what I told you to do. That's also not what I told you to do. There we go. Making a Spinosaurus head is always like super difficult. Like I'm not even gonna pretend otherwise. Spinosaurus, like many other dinosaurs, just decides that it wants to be special, and it makes its head design so hard. Go and increase torso thing because Spinosaurus' body is so large that it's exposing parts that I really don't want. I really don't want to be visible. Spinosaurus, you're just too big, you bastard. Making things so difficult. This needs to be absolutely gigantic, by the way. Like, just ginormous. Which, you know, yeah. You know, again, I'm doing my job properly. This thing is gonna be, like, this needs to be goddamn huge. Wrong block. I think that's it. I think that's the design. I'm just gonna turn the light. My eyeballs are burning. It's getting dark in this house. There we go. All I need is to change the colors around, and I've pretty much got the Spinosaurus I need. The head's a little wonky. The top half is fine, but the bottom half is just scuffed beyond belief. Like, I'm trying to think of potential solutions, but my mind's just drawing blanks. My mind's got nothing on. No ammo here. There are potential solutions, but they're, I don't think I can make them in LDD with the limited brick selection they've given me. The Spinosaurus was mostly just gray, so let's start just coloring it, and I really... What's decorator tool? Oh my goodness. Interesting. Whatever. You color the eyes black for now. Then you should color the rest of it like gray, or actually color the teeth white. unfortunately, these little bits are gonna be visible, but like I said, that's not really a problem I can deal with right now. You should always do YouTube for yourself. Just do what you want to do. I only upload videos because I want to. Other people getting entertained is kind of just, you know, it's a side benefit. It's nice to be able to talk to people who share an interest with what I do. But, you know, if you go in expecting success and millions of views, you're really not gonna be happy. You need to do things for yourself. That's the most important. I think that generally that's a good tip for life in general. Too many people these days are looking for validation from others. The only way to really achieve, you know, a level of happiness is just set your own goals and be happy when you've done something you wanted to do. My goal is simple. If I get 2 likes on any video, that's a successful video. Because if I make one person, you know, if one person likes my video, that's just one person. That's 1 to 1. I made a video that I liked, and then somebody else enjoyed it. That's like an equal transaction. But 2, I put effort in and made 2 people's day better. That is a net positive. That is a net gain. And that's how I feel about things. It's just as simple as that. Everything else is null and void, in my opinion. Which is why so many people come in and they're like, oh, you do this and this to do better. And it's like, listen, dude, I do this as a hobby and I just don't have the time to go into crazy editing skills and all that other nonsense. I don't have the time nor the patience. This is all for fun, and sitting for 7 hours and editing a video for the most part isn't fun. I always want to make dinosaur builds and share them with people. That's fun. There's not much editing involved in that. I just record all the bits, slap them all together, and it's not like it's easy still. Editing is the worst part about doing anything for YouTube. I wish I was making enough money to just pay someone else to do it, because it is a chore. That's kind of why I've liked doing the stream content more. Makes my life easier. When instead of having to edit, I can just record one long session of me building and call it a day. Like right now. I get live interaction with people in the chat as well. It's a nice little bonus too. It's just, I don't like editing. It's just, it's boring. It's really boring. That's why I think most YouTubers get other people to do it for them, but you know, I don't have that kind of cash. I can't just be like, here, edit a video for me. I ain't got that kind of scratch. So yeah, that's why most of my videos aren't exactly peak. You know, they're not the highest quality entertainment you'll ever see on this website. They are one man who likes to make Lego dinosaurs. And he has, you know, determination to get the video made, but at the same time, not enough to spend 7 hours editing a video together. There's like those TF2 Mercs and Jurassic Park videos. The only reason I could honestly be editing them at any time, but they just take so long to make them that I've been sort of stalling on those. So never like, oh, when's the next episode coming out? It's like, it'll come out eventually. It's like, yeah, I don't know when. I have no idea when. Please don't ask me. Because even I got no idea. Yeah, I actually record on my phone too. It's one of the best things I got for recording, so I still use my phone. Just a way to biz. Looks like it's like brighter around the edges. Maybe I should put some like brighter red around the edges. Yeah, just practice. That's gonna be the best thing you can get out of anything. Nothing does better than just good old-fashioned practice for getting, making your stuff better. That's how I got that's how I got as good as I am at building Lego. I mean, heck, as a kid, me and my brother used to just do a challenge where we just grab a handful of bricks from like a box, and we would just build whatever we could out of it, like a little competition. That's kind of where everything started, I think, in terms of me having like, the ability to make anything I could imagine. Just those little challenges between me and my brother. Doubtful he even remembers those. What do I do? Because I have to think to myself, how do I build the way I do? Because so many people ask that question. It's like, how do you build like that? It's like, I don't know, I just kind of do. It happens. So I've chalked it up to that one little thing that I probably wouldn't have remembered otherwise, but I had so much time to think when I'm lying in bed that it's just like, oh, what about that? It's like, oh yeah, brain, you're kind of right, ain't you? Little tip: if you're ever building anything like this, and you should really delete pieces and see what blocks aren't colored, and state like these blocks right here. If you can't see them, you should make them black, because black pieces are the cheapest. Which means that now those pieces that you can't see are now as cheap as they can possibly be. It's a big brain strat. Once I'm done, I'm going to be really curious to see how big this thing is compared to something like my Rexy or Giga. I don't know how many videos I deleted. That's something I don't try to keep track of. Yeah, no, that was just me and my brothers. We just, you're bored as a kid, you need something to do. You find your own entertainment. Like challenging each other to a brick build-off. I'm adding more color in here than I probably should, but honestly, is anyone going to complain that I'm adding more color to the Spinosaurus? Hopefully not. He's kind of just all gray, so I want to give him a little more splashes of color, make him look more interesting, more vibrant. Add more of like the red color that's in his spine down more of his body. I think that looks better. More consistent with the entire model. Honestly, I don't know if this thing needs to have a little more under support from the bricks. Like that, does the tail look long enough? Kind of. I'm just gonna save this as like JP3 Spino, I guess. This is version 2 of the big boy. Now, one thing I want to test, how big is he? How big is our Spinosaurus? It's 469 bricks. This thing is... Wow, that's actually a lot. Let's open up our T-Rex. Let's open up our Rexy. Who is 406 bricks. These are actually fairly large builds now with these big legs and whatnot. Stack them next to each other. Whew. Look at the size of them. I think that's good, right? These dinosaurs are huge now. I love them. I think that's good. I really do. Well, that was fun. I'm happy I got to finish it before I need to go pick up my brothers from work, but I do have to shut down now. We got some cool size comparisons between the T-Rex and the Spine. You can see he's bigger. He's got more weight to him. I guess not really. He isn't actually more weight, but yeah. So that was it. That was, for today, I think the end of my building show. I did the Quetzalcoatlus. We did our pyroraptor. And... yeah, I mean... Pyroraptor, Quetzalcoatlus, and Jurassic Spino. So yep, I'm gonna close down. I gotta get ready to pick up my brother from work. I got stuff to do, so thanks for joining me, everyone. Nice little relaxing evening building some Lego, but for now, it's time to